Swirly vs Yugo. A new exciting villain arrives. Plus SEVENS showcases its amazing story, writing and music in an episode that was quite possibly one of the best episodes in SEVENS so far. Hello everyone and welcome to Dueling with Downton, and today let's talk about episode 77 of the Yugo 7's anime series. Let the living be sealed into the light, and the dead rise from darkness. Persona release. That line there awakens Goha Yuuga. But who is Goha Yuuga? He's the sixth sibling, yes, but isn't he also Swirly? Well, not really. It's better to think of them as two different people, as Goha Yuuga is his own person before being sealed away. As we know, Goha Yuuga was sealed inside of the character known as Swirly, yet was able to see and hear things the Swirly did. This is evident by the fact that Goha Yuuga said farewell to Luke in a very heartfelt and soft tone before leaving into the darkness of night. This gets me thinking about the final duel within this arc. I actually do think it's more likely to be Luke versus Goha Yuuga. Now, as for first impressions, the introduction of Goha Yuuga I thought was brilliant, as it was very intense and gave the show a more darker and chaotic vibe. We learn about Goha Yuuga's character through the other Goha siblings, as they too lived through his twisted, violent and hostile personality. This Goha sibling in Goha Yuuga thrives on tormenting and suffering other people. Quite simply, he loves creating chaos. Goha Yuuga's personality and actions got so bad that the other siblings had to risk their lives in order to seal him away. This piece of information I loved, as it helped answer a few questions, like who was dueling Yugo in his flashback. The answer: Yugo was dueling Goha Yuuga. Plus, it also explains why the Goha siblings all don't have any memory of the sixth sibling, because after the duel took place and Goha Yuuga was sealed away, it damaged their memories. The information given to us about Goha Yuuga also helps to explain why Nanaho would want to try and revive this character, as when Nanaho's ninjas and her family were introduced, they were tagged as being a family that played with the minds of other people and created chaos, which aligns perfectly with Goha Yuuga's personality. Speaking of Nanaho, I said in my episode 72 review and guessed that Nanaho would try to use the card making machine despite it supposedly being buried underneath the rubble. This was proven to be correct, as Nanaho did use that machine to recreate the forbidden spell card, Monster Reborn. And then during the zombie event at Goha headquarters, she tried and used it on Swirly to awaken Goha Yuuga, but didn't have the password to fully awaken him. Design-wise, I love Goha Yuuga's design. And yes, we all got tricked thinking that the sixth sibling was Yuuga in that silhouette from the opening. But Goha Yuuga and Yuuga do share some similar design features, especially with their hairstyles and eye colour. Plus, I do quite like the golden crown that he wears, and he can fly, which makes him even cooler. So overall, I'm loving this new character in Goha Yuuga, which leads me to my next topic, which is feeling sorry for three characters because of the rival of this villain. So then, those three characters I end up feeling sorry for by the end of this episode were Yugo, as he seemed to have lost his memories of dueling and the entire situation. Whatever else is going on with Yugo's character after losing this duel, hopefully will get expanded upon and explained in later episodes. Luke is the second character that I feel sorry for, because now, not only had he lost a close friend in Swirly, but he's also been seeing and believing that Swirly would return to normal. But now he had to watch as his friend transformed from this sweet, wholesome kid that loved dueling into this cold, violent, chaotic character that only uses dueling to inflict pain on other people. This must have been tough for Luke to experience. Plus, I was also surprised at Luke for using his brain and connecting the dots in thinking of the idea that Tiger possibly knew about this, hence to why she tried to stop Luke and Yuga. Side note, God Kaizo is now a massaging drone, thanks to Tiger's beating and obviously taking them down. Tiger took down a god. Nice work. And the last character I ended up feeling sorry for was Yuga. And this is for two reasons. Reason number one, he was so determined to save his friend that he ended up awakening a threat like no other. I can't fault for Yuga trying to save Swirly though, because it's just the logical thing to do when your friends are in danger. This was a simple case of not knowing a top secret piece of information and obviously acting before thinking through every possibility and outcome. And reason number two, that line, "What have I done?" Now firstly, I thought this was referring to Yuga helping Swirly and of course that backfiring. However, I now don't think so. I think this line was referring to Yuga's original duel developing road. Once a creation that allows people to create and duel however they like for fun, is now likely to become a tool for chaos and destruction. And although it wasn't ever explained or stated, Goha Yuuga or even Nanaho could create a dueling format that goes against the road's original purpose and intention. Maybe instead of creating a fun dueling format, they, our antagonists, create a format that traps and tortures your opponent. I just feel like at some point, maybe in this arc or in the next arc, someone is going to take the original duel development road and exploit it for personal gain and misuse it in a negative way. And speaking of this original duel developing road, however, did Hunt just find the Millennium Eye? And also, did Yuga even consider the moon's feelings? This is going to make the moon 1,000 times heavier thanks to all of the programs being created upon it. I feel sorry for the moon. In all seriousness though, I do want to stay on topic with Yuga and now talk about the next episode, as this could link to the idea of Yuga feeling personally responsible / guilty for aiding in the revival of Goha Yuuga. Seeing how the next episode is Yuga versus Goha Yuuga, and I personally do think that this match is happening a bit too soon, unless this is a way to develop Yuga's character. I can see Yuga losing or a no result happening here, but with the no result, it's clear that Yuga would have lost if it wasn't interrupted. I'm more leaning towards Yuga losing at this moment in time, as it would help further develop Yuga's character. Yes, this would mean Yuga would lose and forget about dueling, but this could also be a similar situation to what Jaden / Judai went through within the GX anime. After, of course, he lost to Aster Phoenix and found the Neospatians. Yuga would lose and then rediscover his passion and spark for dueling, and obviously find a few new cards that would help him along the way. So this could either happen at the end of this current arc or during the next arc. However, on the flip side, if a no result were to happen, then I would like it to the point where Otis reappears after being away for so long to interrupt and aid our main protagonists. Or maybe he'll throw another curveball and side with Goha Yuuga. Having all of the Goha siblings within this episode made sense, and I liked that they gave us most of the explanations. Plus, I found it cute how Yuka wanted Yuga to be the sixth sibling, as she states it would have been fun. But one final question for you watching this video. Is Goha Yuuga coming out of Swirly like a butterfly, I might add? Does this mean that Mimi was right in her assumption and theories about Swirly and Yuga, of course, being the sixth sibling? I love Mimi's character, but my answer is still no. Sorry, Mimi. You were still kind of wrong. Overall, this was a fantastic episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! Sevens, and a lot of questions got answered. including what Yugo's plan was. His plan to fuse Goha and Rush Duels together. And the real reason as to why Yugo joined Goha was also explained. That of course was to create that road he had been working on that we talked about earlier on. I can't wait to see how Nanaho and Goha Yuuga are going to work together to bring chaos and destruction to Goha City. As well as how Luke is going to move forward. Will he pout and be sad over the loss of his friend, or will he stand up and fight in order to bring Swirly back? Because honestly, I don't see a situation in where Goha Yuuga stays after being beaten. I feel like once you beat Goha Yuuga, Swirly will return, either by sealing away our new villain, or, I don't know, just Swirly taking control and having like a split personality or something. A lot happened in this episode, and I'm sure I've missed something out. But with all that said and done, those were my thoughts on this episode. Let me know all of your thoughts, comments and theories in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear what you have to say. As always, I hope you've enjoyed this review. If you have, hit like, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff, and I'll be seeing you next time. Have a great day, alligator, matane, goodbye.